Hello, hopeful drivers of tomorrow. How's everybody doing? Good, great, or maybe not so good if you're stressing out about your DMV test? Well, never fear. Permit Quiz Liz, that's me, is here. Please take a second to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because we have got a good one for you today. These are the top 20 DMV questions that are trending harder this year. What does that even mean? Well, think of it this way. These are the DMV questions that students are getting wrong more these past 12 months than ever before. Make sense? Good. Let's get started. Okay, DMV test study buddies, we'll jump right in with the 20th hardest question and go from there. So question number 20. Which statement is true about motorcyclists and motorists? A, motorcycles are heavier than other vehicles and are less affected by wind or rain. B, motorcyclists have the same rights or responsibilities as other motorists. Or C, motorcyclists are not allowed to drive faster than other traffic during congested road conditions. Correct answer is B, motorcyclists have the same rights and responsibilities as other motorists. While most get this right because they know that motorcyclists must play by the same driving rules as other motorists, about 10% get this wrong by choosing answer C. Motorcyclists are not allowed to drive faster than other traffic during congested road conditions. As you've probably seen for yourself, motorcyclists often drive between slow traffic on congested highways. So while it's not legal in all states, this lane sharing or lane splitting is lawful in California. If two vehicles can fit side by side in a single lane safely, then it's actually allowed. It's not just for motorcycles either. Consider the common situation on a busy road where you need to turn right, even if there's no dedicated right turn lane. Lane sharing actually allows you to turn right while another motorist can continue forward. Only if there is enough room, of course. So drivers can still be ticketed if they get too close. And with that in mind, lane splitting by motorcyclists is definitely not always safe, and many driving experts actually caution against it. As the DMV explains, riding between rows of stopped or moving vehicles in the same lane can leave you vulnerable. The takeaway? Motorcycles can legally drive faster than other traffic during road congestion, but we generally don't recommend it. Just remember that the correct answer is that motorcyclists do have the same rights and responsibilities as other vehicles. Getting harder, question number 19. You are driving 55 miles per hour in the far left or fast lane of a freeway posted for 65 miles per hour. You could be cited for driving too slowly. A, if the road or weather conditions warrant driving too slowly. B, if you block the normal and reasonable flow of traffic. Or C, under no circumstances, because it is always safe to drive slower than other traffic. The correct answer is B, if you block the normal and reasonable flow of traffic. Hard to believe, more people are getting this one wrong this year, but for some reason, more people than usual are choosing the incorrect answer A, if the road or weather conditions warrant driving too slowly. My guess is that people are not reading the answer very carefully. If road or weather conditions warrant driving slowly, like it's rush hour or raining or a giant herd of buffalo are stampeding across the road, then for sure you should slow down and drive under the speed limit. Answer B is correct because you can get a ticket for blocking the flow of traffic when you drive under the speed limit for no reason at all. And this is a good one to remember for your DMV drive test. You can actually fail your behind the wheel test if you needlessly drive 10 miles per hour or more below the speed limit. Bottom line, don't impede the flow of traffic when you don't need to. And if you do drive slower than most people, for the love of all things, please stay out of the leftmost or fast lanes. Trending harder question number 18. You may legally drive in any freeway carpool lane if A, you carry the minimum number of persons shown on the sign, B, all of the other lanes are stopped with heavy traffic, or C, it is between the hours of 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. The correct answer is A, you carry the minimum number of persons shown in the sign. A carpool lane or diamond lane or HOV lane, HOV standing for high occupancy vehicle, is a special freeway lane only for motorcycles, buses, and or carpools. There will be a sign at the on-ramp or along the road to tell you the minimum number of people required to be in a carpool lane. If the carpool lane has restrictions during certain hours, that will also be listed on a sign. Now, while this question is pretty easy to get right, hundreds of students this year choose the wrong answer, B, all the other lanes are stopped with heavy traffic. Now, while it is tempting to use the carpool lane when all of the normal lanes are stopped with bumper-to-bumper traffic, please do not do that. Not only is this an illegal lane violation with a minimum of a $490 ticket, but it's also really dangerous to move into a free-flowing lane of traffic from a lane of stopped traffic. You're just inviting a bad traffic collision. This next one, question number 17, is missed by 1 out of every 7 students. To make a right turn onto a two-way street from a two-way street, start in the right-hand lane and end in A, the lane closest to the curb, B, the left lane, or C, any lane that is available. Correct answer is A, the lane closest to the curb. When turning right onto a two-way street, always finish in the rightmost lane or the lane closest to the curb. 10% of students choose the wrong answer, B, the left lane, and my best guess is that they have trouble visualizing the situation. For questions like this, it helps to picture the situation being described like this. If you're the white car here in this situation and you want to turn right, it seems pretty obvious that you want to end up in the lane closest to the curb. If you have trouble remembering that, then just take a page out of the classic book Cheat Sheet Two-Way Street from Dr. Driving Seuss. When you go right, finish in the lane closest to the curb. When you go left, finish in any open lane you observe. Question number 16, you may turn right on a solid red light, A, only after stopping and yielding to pedestrians and bicyclists, unless otherwise posted, B, only after slowing down and checking traffic, or C, under no circumstances. The correct answer is A, only after stopping and yielding to pedestrians and bicyclists, unless otherwise posted. Yes, you can definitely turn right on red if there is no sign prohibiting it, and you stop first to check for pedestrians and traffic. However, 2 out of every 5 students are missing this one by choosing C, under no circumstances. This is a common misconception because many new drivers find it weird that you can go on a red light, but it is legal if there's not a no right on red sign and the coast is clear after you stop first and check for obstacles. With that said, there is no law saying that you have to make a right at a red light, even if it's safe. So if you feel more comfortable waiting or aren't sure if it's safe to go, then take your time and wait for the light to turn green. Better safe than sorry, even if a few people behind you might get a little bit impatient. Harder question number 15. It is illegal for a person under 21 years of age to drive with a blood alcohol concentration, or BAC, that is blank or more. A, 0.01%, B, 0.08%, or C, 0.05%. The correct answer is A, 0.01%. The key to this question is focusing on a person under 21 years. There is a 0 tolerance for alcohol use if you are under 21. And if you drive even with a little bit of alcohol in your system when you're under the legal drinking age, you may lose your license, have your driving privilege suspended, be turned over to the juvenile authorities, or have your parents contacted. However, 1 out of every 4 students are mistakenly choosing B, 0.08%, but a BAC of 0.08% is the limit for legal age drinkers, not those under 21. Just think of it like this. Under 21, a BAC of 0.01, and you're done. Done driving for a while at least. Next question, number 14. You want to back out of a parking space. You should always back slowly and look A, over your right and left shoulders as you back up, B, at your rear view mirror as you back up, or C, at your side mirrors as you back up. The correct answer is A, over your right and left shoulders as you back up. As we always teach our students here at Drivers That Direct, you want to have your head on a swivel as you back up your car. While quick glances at your mirrors and backup cameras can assist when you back up, looking over your shoulders should be the primary traffic check you do while reversing. In fact, if you only use your mirrors and your backup camera while reversing on your drive test, you will receive an auto fail. So look over your shoulders while backing up, and keep in mind that backing your vehicle is one of the most dangerous maneuvers you can do. So back up as little as you need to in order to get the job done. Next question, getting unluckier, number 13. You have had your license for 3 months. You may A, drive between 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. unaccompanied, B, transport minors unaccompanied at any time, or C, transport minors between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. unaccompanied. Correct answer is A, drive between 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. unaccompanied. This historically tough question is only getting harder for folks, as hundreds more are getting it wrong this past year. This question is one that will only show up for new drivers earning their first provisional license, not for those renewing their license. Too many students answer C, transport minors between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. unaccompanied, which would mean that you can A, transport minors, and B, drive late at night during the first 3 months of having a provisional license. Well, both of those things are illegal. So not only is answer C false, it's like really, really false. Don't forget, during the first 12 months holding a provisional license, you cannot transport minors by yourself, and you cannot drive between 11 at night and 5 in the morning. What you can do with a provisional license is drive by yourself after 5 in the morning all the way up until 11 at night. So answer A, drive between 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. unaccompanied, is correct because it falls within that legal time period. Now you know. Question number 12 on our list. If you approach a curve or the top of a hill and you do not have a clear view of the road ahead, you should A, slow down so you can stop if necessary, B, pull over and wait for conditions to improve, or C, use your high beam lights to be more visible. The correct answer is A, slow down so you can stop if necessary. Anytime your view is blocked by a hill or a curve, you should assume that there is an obstacle or another vehicle stopped ahead. You never know what's on the other side of a steep hill or a sharp curve. When you do come to a hill or a curve, make sure that you slow down so you can stop for any hazard. You must be going slowly enough to stop if it does become necessary. A large percentage of students have erroneously been choosing B, pull over and wait for conditions to improve. My hunch is that they incorrectly assume that when the question says you do not have a clear view of the road ahead, they imagine this means they don't have a clear view due to poor weather or something like that. If there was bad weather like fog or snow to the point where you can't see clearly, then this answer would be true and you would indeed pull over to wait for conditions to improve. But this particular question is specifically asking about approaching a curve or the top of a hill and has nothing to do with poor weather. So make sure that you read the question carefully and answer A, slow down so you can stop if necessary, if they're asking about curves or hills. Cool? Cool. On to question number 11. It is illegal to leave a child 6 years of age or younger unattended in a motor vehicle, A, when the keys are in the ignition, B, if the child is with a 12-year-old brother or sister, or C, on a cold, rainy day and all the windows are closed. The correct answer is A, when the keys are in the ignition. A little over 20 years ago, Caitlin's Law was passed, named for 6-month-old Caitlin Russell, who suffered a heat-related death after being left by a babysitter in a parked car for more than 2 hours. Since this tragedy, California Vehicle Code makes it illegal for a child 6 years of age or younger to be left unattended in a motor vehicle without the supervision of someone who is 12 years or older when there are conditions that present a significant risk to the child's health or safety, like extreme heat, and when the vehicle's engine is running and or the vehicle's key is in the ignition. Therefore, answer A, when the keys are in the ignition, is the correct choice because it is illegal, not to mention dangerous. With that said, many students mistakenly pick answer B if the child is with a 12-year-old brother or sister. But as we just discussed, parents can leave their 6-year-old in the car as long as they are being supervised by someone 12 years of age or older. Alrighty, we've made it to the halfway point. Not too bad, right? As you've seen so far, these questions haven't been too crazy, but maybe there have been a couple that have caught you off guard. If not, then props to you. You're well on your way to DMV Test Domination. But don't get too overconfident. We still have the top 10 ahead of us, where you will undoubtedly find a few humdingers that will be sure to flabbergast you, or at least leave you mildly well-informed. Until then, my scholarly wisdom-seeking friends, please take care of yourselves, and we will see you oh so soon.